It's right there, Shortlet Masterclass. We're going to teach you everything you need. It's available. Everything you need.
What can't you do, Jesus?
Let's spread the word around.
Let's go.
I'm going to be having two phenomenal guests joining me tonight. The CEO of Lagos will be with me live. And the cash flow general will be with me tonight. You cannot afford to miss it. Spread the word around. Spread the word around. We've been doing this now. This is the last day for this series. So we've done 8 days in total. We did 3 days 2 weeks ago. We did 2 days last week. Okay, so that's 5. And this is for this 9. Okay, so we are doing 4 this week. Yeah, so it's 9 altogether. The recorded session at the conference. No. The recorded session at the conference will not be given to them. It will be sold to the public, and if they want it, they will get it at a cheaper price. It's not going to be given to them. It's not free. You are there live. That's what you are there for. And we're going to be giving you, by the time you come, the pack we're going to give you have many of the curriculum that we're going to be dealing with. Well, hello everyone. You're welcome. I'm Olumide Emmanuel. I'm going to be your host in the next 1 hour. We have been on what we call the Global Real Estate Executive Bootcamp Insta Live Foretaste session. And we have been doing this for 3 reasons. Number 1, we want to make everyone aware of the Global Real Estate Executive Bootcamp that is coming up from the 3rd to the 9th of July this year, 2023. Number 2, we want to be able to bring some of our speakers. We have over 20 speakers, about 29 speakers altogether. We have over 20 speakers that will be joining us for that 1 week. And what we've done in the last 9 episodes is to bring 2 speakers each so that we'll be able to hear from them, get to know their story, and then have a foretaste of some of the things they're going to be sharing with us at the conference. So today, we're having 2 phenomenal speakers, which makes it a total of 18 speakers that I've spoken with in the last 9 days that we have done this within the last 3 weeks. Then number 3 reason why we are doing this is because there is a discount offer now open. And that discount offer expires on the 1st of April. So I needed to do this just to let people know so that those that want to take advantage of the discount offer can also do that and take advantage of the offer. So we're going to be having the Global Real Estate Executive Bootcamp. the Global Real Estate Executive Bootcamp. And the Global Real Estate Executive Bootcamp is coming up from Monday the 3rd to Sunday the 4th, to Sunday the 9th of July 2023. Now, for those that are coming from outside Lagos or those that are coming from outside Nigeria, we expect you to come in on Sunday the 2nd. No extra charge. So you come in on Sunday the 2nd because the event starts 8 a.m. on Monday the 3rd. And it's 7.5 million naira per person. And that money covers for the 7 days accommodation. It's fully residential. Covers for the accommodation, feeding. You're going to get materials worth over 1 million. You're going to be connected to 1-year mentorship. You're going to enjoy listening to over 50 modules. One of the most amazing curriculum you can ever have when it comes to real estate. Nothing like this has ever happened before, where people are shutting for 7 full days. By the time you come out on the other side, you'll be a different version of yourself. And then we're going to be giving you up to 100 million naira worth of inventory for you to be able to practice with, sell, make money, and it's an opportunity you cannot afford to miss. So the 50% discount means that if you pay between now and the 1st of April, you'll be paying 3,750,000 naira only. And even if you don't have that money yet, then you can do a minimum of 1 million naira. So when you do a minimum of 1 million between now and the 1st of April, we'll reserve your slot for you, and then you can pay the balance April, May, maximum first week of June, and then we're good to go. So make sure that you take advantage of the opportunity that we have for you. Real estate is very, very powerful. I'm telling you, real estate is the only vehicle of wealth creation that is also a vehicle of wealth retention. It's the only vehicle of wealth creation that is also a vehicle of wealth retention. It's one of the most powerful wealth vehicle that does not just help you to create wealth, it helps you to retain and sustain your wealth. And it's one thing that has been able to hedge against inflation and hedge against devaluation. So when you look at the currency in our nation, you see how that the currency has been devalued over and over again. Just this week, we see the central bank increasing the interest rate, and we see the fiscal policy and the monetary policy is making a lot of things difficult. And as the country is moving into the next dispensation with the just concluded election, there's a possibility that the subsidy will be removed sometime in June. And if they go ahead with that, it means that we are getting into another season where if you don't have investment that produces cash flow, if you don't have assets that can help you hedge against inflation and devaluation, you might actually be in big trouble. So you need to make sure that you take advantage of this. And I believe very strongly that our guests tonight, let me check if they are here. They're going to be helping us, and it's going to be an amazing, amazing time. So, okay. So I'm having the CEO of Lagos, and I'm having the cash flow general. Hey, the CEO of Lagos. You are welcome, Mo.
Thank you.
How is my brother and the family doing?
Everybody's well. And yours?
Good. Yeah, we're good. I'm on mission. But they are fine, yeah.
Okay.
So it's nice to have you around. Thanks for making the sacrifice. The cash flow general. You are welcome. How are you doing today?
Very fine. I'm very fine, sir. How are you, sir? My sister.
I'm good.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for letting me introduce the two of you. This is Mrs. ICHECHI Okonkwo of Victoria Crest Homes, and this is TADE Cash of Wealth Island Property Africa. So thank you very much for joining me today. When I went into real estate about 26 years ago, we did a lot, and we have tried to do a lot in the industry. But in the last 10 to 15 years, we have seen a lot of new people come change the game. And you guys have done amazingly well. You brought innovation, you brought creativity, you brought another dimension of excellence to the entire game. And it's going to be wonderful to have you guys join us on this faculty so that we can help raise the next generation of real estate players. So let me start with you, my sister, the CEO of Lagos. You guys, Victoria Crest, you just come. You be like saying, I just come, say, all of you, clear away. Let us enter market. You guys are doing amazingly well. So I want you to share with us, how did you enter into this real estate thing? Are you not supposed to be doing fashion, selling shoe, selling perfume, or selling weave on? Well, how did you enter real estate? Tell us your story.
So I don't think when God created man and woman, man, go and do real estate, woman, go and sell hair or sell perfume. Okay. He said, he gave us all equal opportunities. All right. As a father and man of God, when you pray for us, your children, I don't think you say, oh, you might go into the world and excel. But don't excel too much. Don't go and usurp authority. Or you tell the man, go and be king and rule over everyone. And, there's no segregation. God gave us equal opportunities. And when you do pray for us, you also pray that God blesses us in those opportunities that we find. I think as a lot of people, real estate happens to be a stopgap more than half the time for a lot of people. And then, of course, for those who are investing because they want to build wealth, they want to build generational wealth, and of course, financial freedom, they venture into real estate with the right information and education. So I started in the financial sector as a banker. After I set up my first business as an entrepreneur. I set up a laundry and dry cleaning firm. Laundry is one of the top laundry and dry cleaning outfits in Lekki. And then after a while, I set it up and I needed to pay attention. So I left the banking industry and I needed to go focus on the business. So I did that for a while. And then I needed more challenge because I had put in the structure, the framework for the business to run, and it was doing exactly what it needed to do and required less of my attention. So I started looking for more challenges, what to do, where to make more impact, and of course, make more money. And my husband was already in the real estate. He had started full-time real estate. He also wasn't in real estate. He transitioned into real estate. And so I, at that point, decided to join him and learn from him. And then, of course, we began to run the business together. So that's how I came into the space.
Wow. You guys are doing amazingly well. And we are grateful that people like you are in the industry, changing the game, stepping it up. TADE, how did you come into real estate? Are you not supposed to be selling cement or doing oil and gas or being in the banking sector? I hope network is not affecting you. Can you hear me? I think he's having network issue. So, well, while we are waiting for him to connect, okay, good. Oh yeah, go ahead. Okay.
All right. So, thank you very much, my sister. Thank you very much for that insight. That in school, I studied economics. I had studied economics, and I be working in maybe.
The network is having issues. Oh.
Okay. Can you hear me now, sir? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but I think the network is fluctuating, so it's breaking.
Okay.
Okay. We can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry for that. Maybe I was switch network. Okay. So the point is, I started quite coincidental. I didn't plan to do real estate. I wanted to do something else. But I remember that my biggest problem in life growing up with my parents, and there was no place to stay. My father was extremely educated, speaks British English, but he does not have Yiddish. He doesn't have money, and so I grew up seeing how landlords are really lords over how families will run to the backyard when they were told that the owners of the house are coming for them to pay rent. So I saw the number of, the respect they had caused to the owners of properties and all of that. When I told myself that I would love to partake of it, but I never knew how to do it until one day I was just in a market.
The network is still, we are not hearing you clearly. The network is still, and this is amazing. I'm hearing some face audio of your background, landlord, and that's something that people need to hear because people are right now in that experience that needs to break through. So maybe you work on the network again, see if you can. So my sister,
let me just the network.
Let me, since you are a woman, I see that one of the things you are doing is trying to help women to really take their finances serious. A lot of women in our part of the world tend to, from the upbringing, oh, marry a man that will take care of you, oh, just be a good woman, be able to cook so that you marry a good man. A lot of women tend to grow up thinking that they don't need to be economically empowered, and that has led to a lot of abuse in marriages. They have had to take a lot of things that they ought not to take. So talk to women about the need for women to be empowered. Because I always say to people that wealth is not sexually transmitted. And even if you marry a rich man, it doesn't mean that you as a woman should not have your own wealth. So talk to some women about the importance of women being empowered.
Okay.
So let me just, I will switch over now. I will switch over internet. I will get back.
Okay.
I'd like to say, I think before I did my introduction, I forgot to say thank you so much for putting this together. It's an amazing initiative. And for me, the best way to create wealth is to empower a lot of more people, to create a wealthy nation or a wealthy economy is to keep empowering people. And then coming to your question, I think the major concern we have, it's actually International Women's Month, and most of what we've been hearing this March borders on equity, making sure that women have equal opportunities with men, and these opportunities meet the women where they are, not just that all men and women are allowed to work, but women have some biological challenges sometimes, or restrictions that affect them. And so equity better, defines it and says, we're not just asking to have equal opportunities, but we're also asking that you make sure that it benefits us where we are, it meets us at the point where we require it. And so for me, I think the first issue is with the background. A lot of the work has to also do with the women. Like I mentioned earlier, I said when we as parents pray for our children, we don't pray for God to bless the man more than the woman, or for the woman to, or the man to excel more than the woman. You are a pastor, you are a father, so for everyone under your umbrella, I'm sure you pray the same kind of prayers for them. Yeah. There's no discrimination at that point. So at what point do we begin to now say, oh, let the men excel more, let the men have access to land, let them have access to this, and the women shouldn't? So it starts from the background and it trickles all the way up. And we need to begin to address it from there. And a lot still lies with us, the women. Because these men that we're always talking about having and sharing equal opportunities with the women are also raised by men. So we need to begin at a young age that there's nothing special about any child or any man or any girl no one is, there shouldn't be any discrimination. From the word go, every woman should know that she can be everything she wants to be. She can achieve everything that she wants to achieve. All that is required is first the right mindset and then the education that goes with it. And
wow.
we as mothers, we as parents do this from the word go, I think it would help, build the confidence that women need, because a lot of it borders on the confidence, because over the years, we're beginning to see changes, but a lot of women still lack the courage, still lack the confidence to build, the right set of skills, the right set of investments that will earn them that financial freedom that we're talking about.
Wow. So I hope you are listening. That is why if you are a woman or you are a couple, you need to take advantage of this event. We are talking about the Global Real Estate Executive Bootcamp. It's a 1-week fully residential event, and we have 3 major master classes for women amongst the modules that we're going to be dealing. We're going to be looking at women in real estate. We're going to be looking at starting out as a woman. What are the challenges? What are the unique things that you need to do? And then we're going to be looking at different areas you can play in as a woman, even if you are a stay-at-home mom, even if you are an executive, you can, because in the real estate, you can be a regulator, you can be a realtor, you can be a developer, you can be an investor. So you can be a realtor, you are working, you can use your network to be able to create wealth, even as a woman. So if you are listening to us, go to the website right now, call those numbers on the screen. The event is coming up from Monday the 3rd to Sunday the 9th of July at the Sheraton Hotel, Lagos, Nigeria. We have people that have registered. People have registered from all over the world. So make sure that you plug in. It's 7.5 million naira, but there's a 50% discount going on right now if you pay between now and the 1st of April. All you need to do is, even if it's just make a deposit of at least $1 million, and then you'll be able to balance up April, May, first week of June, so that you can come and enjoy this. Let me see if TADE is back before we continue. Okay. So we need to make sure that everyone is aware of this. So even if you are not able to make it, spread the word around. Anyone that you know that is in real estate, or anyone that wants to go into real estate. So even if you are a novice, you just want to start out, you don't know anything about real estate, you are thinking of planning your retirement, what do you do when you retire, you are already working, you want to build transgenerational wealth for your family, this is an opportunity. 7 days fully residential. And if you are coming from outside Lagos or outside Nigeria, you can arrive on Sunday, and then because the meeting starts on Monday, 8 a.m., you can arrive on Sunday, and then we'll take you from there. Okay, so my sister, I want you to give us a foretaste. You're going to be talking to us about housing development, secret and lessons. And a lot of people have gone into real estate as developers, and they have got their fingers burnt. We have had all kinds of issues with all these off-plan purchases. And when you hear off-plan, presently in Manchester, I have the School of Money tour, and we'll be doing that here. And one of my mentees here, we're doing a 7-story building here, 7-story, 21 units, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and we have not even laid foundation on, my sister, but everything has been sold off plan. We never lay foundation. But if you try that in Nigeria, a lot of people have tried off plan, they go off key, because to get approval, you'll be there another level. Then sometimes you plan to say, okay, cement is 2.5. Within 3 months, cement has gone to 4.5. Diesel is 250. Before you know it. So you guys have done this amazingly well. Don't share all the secrets here, because they need to pay. So talk to us about someone that wants to go into development. Give us a foretaste. What should we be expecting from your session? Housing development, secrets. How do you handle this issue of inflation? How do you handle all kinds of stuff? Sometimes you even build the house. Nobody is buying. Sometimes you buy, you build, they pay. They don't pay regularly. They break the thing halfway. So let's hear some secrets. Just some, not everything,
So I'd like to say, first of all, for any business, real estate business, if you do not listen to any other thing that I say this evening, I need you to take this away. Integrity is the core of your business.
Yeah.
if you do not take anything away from this session or from GREB in June, you must know that your value as a business person, as an individual, is very important. Forget any competence. And the most important for us in real estate is integrity. When you have that at the back of your mind, you know, it would guide all your thought processes, the actions that you take, you know, the steps that you take in doing your business and how you relate with people. In doing real estate business as a developer, you are virtually bringing people's hopes and dreams alive. That's what you do for a living, bringing people's dreams alive. And I can't imagine a situation where someone has, you know, put all their hopes, all their dreams, everything, and locked it into a basket and handed over to you. And then you just, you know, destroy it. That's what happens when you do not deliver. It is very key, it is very important that you realize that people depend on you. People hope on you. Some of these people use their last savings, their last, you know, they gather money from here and there and they put it together for especially first-time homeowners. You know, they go through a lot of sacrifices to, you know, be able to make that to take that first step. And so you shouldn't for any reason disappoint them. Handling the challenges that, you know, comes with being a developer. There are so many challenges, especially in our climate, in Nigeria. It's an ever-changing system. It's an ever-changing economy. The inflation is, you know, is there knocking every day, and we've seen it play out in the last couple of days. There's government policies and, you know, land grabbers issues, there's lack of infrastructure, there are so many things to deal with. And realizing, you know, picking out all these problems, first you need to decide which market that you're serving. You can't be everywhere. If you are everywhere, you will end up being nowhere. So decide the market that you want to play in. When you decide that, because a lot of people are industry greedy, they want to do low income, they want to do medium income, they want to do luxury, everything, only you are just going to fail and you're going to die, folks. So decide where you want to play and be the absolute best there. It will take a lot of work. It is not easy. It's not a walk in the park. Yeah. You know, with all these challenges I talked about, you will see them every day. You will experience them every day. But you have to, real estate is one of those businesses that teaches you resilience. You have to be very resilient and never forget that integrity is at the core of your business. And so if people part with their money and give it to you, you must make sure that you do your homework from identifying the property to when you begin your design to when you decide to start marketing, your pricing, the value proposition, everything must be well thought out. And making sure you are, because you're a problem solver. What's the market that you're serving? What is the problem that you have that you're resolving? Do not deviate from that. If you deviate from that, then there will be a problem. If you start and collect people's money, you must make sure you deliver. No stories. You cannot take people's money. A lot of developers you've said have run into trouble, and there are several reasons why. Some because they don't do their homework properly, they don't do their bill of quantity properly, they don't, you know, get their design right. With real estate, you're not allowed to make mistakes in construction, because if you make a mistake, you'll pay for it. Yeah. If you cast, you know, a foundation today and there's a mistake, you would have to destroy it and start all over again. Yeah. Who would bear that cost? So you have to get it right once, every time. And so a lot of precision, a lot of, you know, you have to do a lot of homework first before you go to start. And so that you don't make mistakes. You have to make sure that you work with the right set of people. you know, we have the semi-skilled, the highly skilled. You have to identify. I know it is tough in Nigeria. It's one of the huge challenges that we have.
Yeah.
Human capacity. We do not have the right set of skills anymore. We have, but very limited because of the Japa syndrome, and you can't really blame people. But then with what you have to make sure that you deliver the best, the absolute best.
Wow.
Doctor has said, I'm not going to give you everything.
No, don't. This always don't share. There are different room and parlor in what you have said now.
But it is important, like I said, to first keep integrity at the top of the table. And then every other thing will come to play. When you're working with other people's money, which is, you know, what it is, OPM, when you're doing off plan, you're going to obviously be working with other people's money. You have to take time to look at the economy, allow room for, you know, what do they call it? Inflation.
Yeah.
Allow room for inflation. And then, of course, do, you know, take the right steps every step of the way. I find product to eventually delivering it.
You have said so much already. In fact, you know, people that are not in the industry may not understand. You need to come and pay. You see, a lot of, sometimes I see people, they will just be announcing this house. When I see the price, I'm like, for the whole house, I'll be for bungalow, I'll be for foundation. Have these people done their own work? Or you think you can just collect money from people? I'm like, this kind of house.
Did they still?
Is it the design line that they sell? I mean, that the full house inside the same Nigeria where they, and then they can't deliver because they sell a property that should be like 45 million. They'll say, oh, it's 29.99. 29 million for this kind of one. This 29 million don't go finish this even carcass. But it's because they have not done their due diligence.
Good. So for those who actually want to go buy those properties, even you who wants to part with your money, you have to do your due diligence. Yeah. If that 9.9 is given back to you to reproduce, you who wants to buy, to reproduce that same property, are you going to be able to?
Yeah.
So people complain that they get burnt because they also do not do the right thing.
Yeah, that's why I always say to people that just as we have irresponsible and fraudulent business people, we also have irresponsible investors. Because you need to investigate before you invest. Trust but verify. Do your due diligence. You cannot labor 10, 15, 20 years, gather money and just go and drop it for one person because they are doing branding and they are doing social media advert and they are on television. You just go carry money, put there, and then you get into trouble. So that is why you need to be a part of GRIB. GRIB is coming up from Monday the 3rd to Sunday the 9th of July. We already have over 280 people that have registered from all over the world. 170 of them have confirmed that they are interested, but we cannot accommodate everybody. We can only accommodate 100 people because it's a boot camp. I want to be able to manage the crowd because it's an executive thing. We don't want crowd. It's not for everybody. And people have registered from America, from the UK, from Qatar, from South Africa, from Saudi Arabia, people from different. So people are already paying. So if you want to be a part of it, take advantage now. This is not an opportunity. The word poor is an acronym for passing over opportunities repeatedly. This is not an opportunity you want to play with or toy with because one mistake in real estate can send you back to the village. So make sure that you take advantage of this and you call those numbers. It's just 7.5 million, but now we are doing 50% discounts. And that is an opportunity. So if you are coming with your spouse, you are married, there's another package for couple. So take advantage of it. If you are a member of REDAN, Real Estate Development Association of Nigeria, then your own price is 3 million naira, special discount for you. And that goes up to the 15th of April. So call the numbers and you'll be glad with it. Now, my sister, a lot of people don't know the importance of mentorship and the importance of training. This program now, I've mentored a lot of people, raised a lot of people over the years that are doing amazingly well in the industry. So I wanted to talk to us about two things. Number one, the importance of investing in your education, investing in your personal development. Because many people will be hearing 7.5, 3.7, they're like, but one mistake, they don't know how it can be dangerous. Then number two, the importance of mentorship. Because many times in the part of the world we come from, people don't have respect for intellectual property. They want everything free. And they don't know that a mentor can deliver you from torment by giving you the information based on the mistake they have made so that you will not make the same mistake. So speak to us about, number one, the importance of you developing yourself, paying for development, and number two, the importance of mentorship. Over to you. So
nature is designed and developed to multiply. When people go to school.
Okay, welcome back. So we'll be back with you. My sister is dropping some bomb. Oh yeah, go on, my sister.
So I was saying is designed to multiply seed, right? Everyone not born at the same time, and everyone at the same rate every time. You see a set of two. One is much smarter, and that's not because God doesn't love that one enough, but that's just the way God designed it. Now, with this multiplication in mind, you realize for you always have the society further in multiplication factor. You have to find a way to bring value to yourself and to the people. And how do you acquire and pass on value? It's just by education. You have to go out of your way to seek knowledge. You have to go out of your way to learn. And learning is either by, learning from those who have gone ahead of you, which is via mentorship. Those who have gone the road, who have, toiled the path, who have withered the storm, would guide you. You don't need to fall into that because Dr. Olumide has gone on that journey. He knows the road. Lagos Ibadan, he has traveled it one time. He knows that very well. And he can tell you at so spot, there will be a pothole. When you get there, slow down, navigate left or navigate. That is what a mentor does to you. A mentor guides you and helps you grow to success and sustain that success because they have done it. They're not motivational speakers. Motivational speakers tell you what they have not done. They have not achieved. They are telling you, oh, you can, what to do is do this. No, mentors have gone ahead. They have become it. So holding your hand because you have seen it happening. It is easy for you to follow. Now, when Nigerians say follow who know exactly what they are saying, because somebody who has traveled a distance, a journey, knows where and where is profitable, where and where will pull you and would not allow you to make those mistakes. So if you are listening to this, you're still thinking about it. So you need, for you to succeed in the real business, you need the right education, you need the right information, and you need the skills. And those are the things that, education, hand holding would help you achieve in.
Wow. Thank you. TADE, can we hear you now? Are you back?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So let's hope the network will not, Nigeria, we need 5G, 6G, 7G. So tell us your story. How did you come into real estate?
Basically, just like my sister has been saying, very insightful. For me, I came into real estate, like I said, it's quite accidental. It was something I was inspiring to do it with my life. And one day I was just somewhere. I came into real estate, selling real estate. Firstly, it was about selling. So I knew how to sell. So I got the opportunity with someone and said, oh, Tari, I wanted to start this company and I need you. I realized that you are a marketing guy. Can you come? Let's start this business together. And I said, okay. I was so excited because this all I didn't know anything about it. I didn't, but I remember that prior to that time also, one of the things that I was doing is I was studying, and I coincidentally for me, one of the things I've listened to in my life was yesterday. I was just thinking about you and how at that time in my life I have this. I don't remember. I don't know whether you remember, sir. You have this series that you call multiple stream of income. Is in CD, it is in a CD format, and then I somewhere accidentally I saw it and they were selling it. I bought it and I was just listening to it. I can't make sense of it at that time, but something was coming into my subconscious, practically. And so I started into real estate, selling real estate, And so what I was doing at that time is I was selling. I started learning very fast on the job. And so the first thing I did in my first 1 year of real estate, I was able to make about $1 million selling real estate, so in sales. And so I realized that there was a bigger deal for me because of doing this. So I went deeper into it, and my first real estate deal was a complete mess after that because I was duped. I was duped of almost 150 million. All right. So by an added, I was duped. And what saved me after that moment also was sales. So I went back again because I knew that if I make this money and this money gets lost, the skill that made me this money can also set me up again. So that was the understanding I had, and I went back. And another 11 months, I was able to get back on my feet, and that was the journey. So I realized that it's make me money, but it's also going to help me to help a lot of people. Because I grew up living in one-room apartment for 18 years of my life. All right. So when I was in secondary school, and my friend would say that they have a room, they look like alien to me, that many a time I have to follow them to the house just to be sure I understand what they are saying. Because how could you have a room to yourself? When I and 6 other people live in one-room apartment, and my father was so generous again, he went to the village, he saw my cousin roaming the street of Ekiti State, and he brought it out to Lagos to come and stay in one room. So it was a battle for me growing up. So I saw it beyond money at the time. I saw with a sense of mission. Real estate cannot just make me rich, but it can also enrich the life of others. And it became something of big deal for me. And I began to do a kind of real estate that in terms of leverage and build apartment, and today, by the grace of God, we have been able to have this expression in about 5 African countries, and we're building real estate in those different places.
Wow, well done. I know your story, and now you are going to be talking to us about sales and cash flow and all those stuff. So give us an idea of what people should expect at your session, because a lot of people are into real estate, and sometimes they are like, I've done adverts, I have done realtor, it's not selling, people are not buying, and is it so what are the things that we should be expecting from your session on the sales and cash flow masterclass?
All right, so thank you very much. So I tell people, one of the things people are going to learn in my class is that real estate is that fortune that is at your feet. And the best investment on earth is the part of the earth that produces cash. And so, so for me, real estate is going to give you 3 kinds of cash, because I believe that real estate is about cash. It will give you a cash flow that can be termed leverage cash flow. And you're going to be learning more about that and how to create a leverage cash flow and how to sell the leverage cash flow. So I tell people, if you're selling a house, if you're selling land, don't sell land. Nobody buys it. But sell assets that can produce cash flow. So there's what we call leverage cash flow. You're going to learn how to do that. If you're starting up, how can you sell leverage cash flow to people? Because before you sell what people need, you have to sell what people want. And many people are trying to sell to people what they need before they show them what they want. Now, it's a process. You can't sell me what I need if you have not sold me what I want. Because the end to sell me what I need is to first sell me what I want. So if you have sold me what I want, then you can now sell me what I need. The mistake is trying to sell people what they need. Like, this is what you need in your life. But the truth is, people don't buy what you have. People buy what hurts them. So before I sell you this product, I have to first sell you this product. So you are going to be learning about leverage cash flow, You're going to be learning how to build a lifetime cash flow. That's another kind of thing real estate can do for you. And that's what you can also sell. Then you're going to be learning how to build what I call legendary legacy cash flow. You know, these things are very amazing that most people, they don't know what real estate, like my sister is rightly saying, you know, and the great work they have done in Victoria Crest and all of that. The most important thing, a lot of people will look at these things and they think that real estate have, you know, different, diverse ways in which you can be very wealthy with real estate. For most, they want to copy, but they don't know where to paste. There's no problem copying, but you must know where to paste it when you copy. But most people without knowing where to paste it. And when you copy something to paste it, there's going to be a problem in the long run. So ways you can create wealth in real estate. And for me, I have found a way, you know, and one of the things you're going to learn from all the expertise you're going to meet in this amazing program, and you are going to be blown away, because I can assure you one thing, that you can't attend a program like this. I remember one time, sir, this program is quite cheap, because one thing is, I attended a program with Robert Kiyosaki, and I thought to attend a program with Robert Kiyosaki. And it was a 3 days program, and this is what happened. In the program, you were not permitted to use your phone. You were not permitted to record anything. You were not permitted to even network with people. You were just sit down and listen to them for 3 days. Oh my goodness. And we paid a lot of money. But the point is, they're trying to get something to us, that you are, if you want to be successful in life, you must be willing to work in you before you work outside of you. So most people never get to that point. So on that day, you are going to be learning how to sell. You're going to be learning the center of influence selling, because most people don't know. It's not about how to sell. It's about who can help you sell. It's about what kind of activity do you make. You know, right now I'm selling a particular product. It's 75 million. And in the last few days, in the last few weeks, I've sold about 12 or 13 of it. And people are asking me, how did you do this? It's because of what we call center of influence marketing, sales. In real estate, there are many people selling, but there are few persons that knows how to make the right connection. The reason why vultures look ugly, but they are nutritious, is because vultures know where to find their food. And because vultures know where to find their food, though in the physical they look ugly, but scientifically, vultures are very nutritious. Why?
Wow.
Because never go hungry.
Don't give them all the secrets. That they keep them for July. Hey.
Secret. That's just the point to say to the people that if you're not now, so I want to say this. It's not about what this program costs that matters. It's about what it costs you if you're not there. Because most time, people often talk about the cost of the thing, but never talk about what it will cost you for not doing that thing. Yeah. You see, the cost of mistake is amazing and it can be destructive. But you know, the cost of wisdom on the front end, it looks expensive, but at the back end, it can. One thing that most people don't pay.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. So everyone, we are wrapping up now. We are talking about the Global Real Estate Executive Bootcamp, and I have with me two of our speakers, the CEO of Lagos, Mrs. ICHECHI of Victoria Crest, and the Cash Flow General, TADE Cash, and they're going to be two amongst the over 20 speakers that will be joining us, and we have over 50 modules. The event is coming up from Monday the 3rd to Sunday the 9th of July 2023 at the Sheraton Hotel in Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. It's 7 days fully residential, and it's 7.5 million naira only. The money covers for your accommodation, your feeding. We're going to be giving you over $1 million naira worth of park. The Lagos State has designed the 2022 to 2052 master plan. We're going to be making that available to you also. And then you're going to be connected to 1 year mentorship. And then we're going to make 100 million naira worth of product, lands, and houses available to you to go sell, make money, and then recover your money. So take advantage of it. 50% discount is going on right now. If you pay between now and the 1st of April, you pay $3,750,000. And even if you don't have all the money, just do a minimum of $1 million between now and 1st of April, and you spread the balance. The phone numbers are on the screen. So my sister, what is your final word so that I can release you?
So I'll say more thorough education. money follows education. Mr. TADE has said so much about how you're going to leverage real estate. I think it's very important for us to realize or re-echo that your savings will not save you. Is the cash flow that you build, which is, the most, which is real estate gives you an edge when it comes to cash flow. Yeah. I think it's about the easiest and most reliable place to build your cash flow. And Mr. Tade's session is going to teach you how to leverage this cash flow and build. We're always talking about general wealth, financial freedom. This is what he's going to teach you. And like I said earlier, money follows Torah and deliberate. So come and learn. When you learn and you apply your knowledge with your deliberate, then you don't need savings. Savings can save you in the rainy days. Cash flow keep you every day, anytime, and that cash flow guaranteed with real estate.
Thank you. Cash flow is the lifeblood of the business. Thank you very much, my sister. Let me release you to go. Since you have been here, let me release you to go. Thank you very much. So we look forward to see you in July. So let me spend about 10 minutes with that day before we wrap up. Greet my brother for me.
Don't worry. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
I'm looking forward to yeah.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay, so Tade, a lot of people don't understand that there is the need for some internal adjustments that will affect what they do externally. So talk to us about some mental adjustment, internal adjustment that people need to make. Because many times people don't even realize that even when it comes to selling, their beliefs affect sales. When you believe that there is no money, when you believe that nobody wants to buy. So talk to us about that and the importance of spending money to educate yourself.
All right. So the best, best thing you can do is to. That's the best thing you can do with money. All right. The best use of money is to use it to buy finance. Because money on its own cannot save you, but what you use money to do can save you. So economic salvation is real, but most people don't know that. Economic rapture is real, but most people don't know that. Why? Because now the challenge of life is that most work on what has stopped working. They are working hard on what is no longer working. So to work, they are used to doing things, and they kept doing those things. But the glory of greatness has led that thing they are doing, and they are just out of emptiness. And so, when a new knowledge comes to you, it has come to you to change you. Because time does not change your life, insight does. And so, insight is what changes people's season, not just. And so, tell me, time will heal me, time will heal me. Those are the truth will give you, insight will heal you. So, there is one insight that you will receive that will literally change your life. And a man cannot travel with him and stand still without. And for you to travel with him, it is your responsibility. Because before they work for you, they will first work in you. And most people are not willing to make things work in them so that things can work for them. By the way, sir, things are always working. Things are always working. But there are two dimensions to things working. It will first work in you before it works for you. Most people want things when things does not work in them, and they are wondering why things are not happening. So the essence of education is to travel within, is to make sure that everything, because your money will match your mind. Therefore, if your mind is small, your money can never be big. It will be contradicting the nature of this planet, that your mind is small and your money is big. Because if your money is big, it means that the small mind will crush the money in your hand. What is happening to a lot of people? Your personal economy is not a revelation of the national economy. Your personal economy is a revelation of your personal philosophy that governs your life. So you can be rich in a poor economy and in a rich economy. So most people understand that. So they are wondering, why is this like this? Because remember that the rich man was speaking from hell, to the poor man that is in heaven. So the point is, the guy was still a rich man conscious in earth, but the guy that was poor was still, poor in heaven. So there was a different consciousness that was driving everyone. And the measure of your life will be determined by that. So what am I saying in essence is this: you must be investing in yourself. Most people want to invest in assets without realizing that the biggest asset they have is their mind. Mind has been underrated. And the biggest asset of man is a beautiful mind. So the world will cannot mind you beyond how beautiful your mind is. Because you see money with your eye, you see money with your mind. The same thing with sales. I bring my vibration to the prospect. I bring my belief to the prospect. I bring my consciousness to the you be broke. I want to have a breakthrough. Because most going to the seller with a broken mentality, and they are wondering why they are not creating breakthrough in their life. So what I tell people is, change yourself and everything around you will change, because everything around you is a mirror of yourself. So if I change myself, if I realize people love to give me money, and this is what I say to people: you cannot be paid big money if you are not willing to pay big money. A lot of people want to be paid a lot of money without paying. The reason most people can't get big sales in life is because they cannot even pay big money for anything. Now you can pay big money for something you want to be paid big money. That's not how the planet works, because whatever we reap. So if you say, if everything is expensive, that means your life cannot be effective, because you will never change inside of you to get people to pay you big money. So I tell people, what are you willing to pay? Because what you are willing to pay determines what pay attention to. So nothing that is expensive is just relative. It depends on who is buying it. And so if you tell me you cannot pay 5 million, 7 million for a program, and you want me to buy a product of 700 million for me, you are. By the way, the of fortune are looking at you and they are catching cruise, because they realize that for you. What you cannot pay for, cannot pay attention. And this is what education, and there's what we call Education Connects. The rich people don't just pay for education, they pay for Education Connects. And this program is about Education Connects. Yeah. What does that mean? It means that Ivy League school is different from just a varsity. It means that, one is education, the other one is Education Connect. Yeah. The connect may be your biggest inheritance. Yeah. Inheritance. Because the truth is, you are investing in yourself, and you are investing to be able to change your life. Nothing is difficult to sell, but the buyer, the seller, is the most difficult person. It's not the buyer, it's people want to buy things. Yeah. By the way, have shown to us that 90% of people love to buy, but it's only 10% of people that know how to sell. Why? Because 90% of the world hate to sell, but 90% of the world love to buy. So if the 90% of the world love to buy, that is only 10% that love to sell, and therefore there is an economic inequality because of the thinking they carry. So what you need to do is to come to terms with yourself, and it begins from the inside of you. Because the figure in this program, you're going to meet a lot of people. Sometimes it's not what the people are saying that will even change your life, but the atmosphere. You are hearing the testimonials, the stories, and suddenly something inside of you just bursts out. Because this is it. Most people's limitation is mindset. Skill set cannot work for you without a change of mindset. Mindset cannot help you if your mindset is blocked. So what do you want to do? You want to open your mindset. You want to accept that God has provided everything you ever need, but are you willing to accept it? And that's anyone from anywhere. I grew up in Ijesha. I grew up in a place called TADE in this Lagos. And sometimes I drive with a tinted car around that area. And I still saw some people that when we were growing up, the only thing that has changed in them is that now they're having a gray hair. That is not their destiny, because poverty is not a fate. Poverty is the state. So it's a state that men enter into and embody it and carry it all around them.
But every man deliverance begins in a day, and that is the day he accepted. So nothing can help you until you accept the change. So what are we saying in essence? When it's ready, the teacher will appear. It means that you are not watching this program today by randomness, because there is no randomness in an exact word. This is an exact word. You may think you have come across this program accidentally, but no, there is no randomness in an exact word. It means that your prayer has been answered by this piece of information. So what do you need to do? Take action on it. Don't just hear it. Take action on it. Do something about it. Because it's not how much you pay that matters. The question people should be asking is not how much is the program. That's the wrong question to ask. The question to ask is not how many days am I going to be there. That is not the question to ask. The question to ask is what is going to be the payoff of this program. And this is what I want to tell you. You have been told that you're going to have more than 100,000, 100 million worth of products that is going to be available for all the participants on that day. That is the payoff. You are going to be with welding minds for 7 days. That is the payoff. For you, in your lifetime, you have never been with this number of people before in your life, just in 1 week. Therefore, this is a payoff that is big enough. So for you are going to make some contact in that day that will change the generation yet unborn because of the contact that you are going to have access to in these 7 days. And for me, I say this, that is the embodiment of completion. But the moment you are able to tap into this, everything about you, you're going to learn how to sell. You're going to learn how to program because your condition in life is a function of your condition. So when your condition is your
Yes, so vintage TADE. Everybody, I'm not a marketer. Everybody's a marketer. Everybody's selling something. So come and be re-engineered through this program. And I'm telling you, your life will never remain the same again. Someone is, so TADE, thank you very much. Let me release you. So we'll see you in July.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So let me answer a few questions now. Someone is asking about virtual session. Please note, this meeting is fully residential. There is an opportunity for virtual attendance, but I have not been pushing that because to me, I believe that to pay for a meeting like this, to say you want to attend it virtually, I believe that you will not get the best value for it. Why? Number one, we're going to start from 8 a.m. and we'll most likely be finishing around 10, 11. Are you going to be on screen for 18 hours? It's not even good for your health. So are you going to be on screen in one place watching a screen from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and maybe go on break for 2 hours for 7 days? It's not healthy. It's not realistic. It's not a one-day program. It's 7 days fully residential. So what we are going to do is after the meeting, we are going to edit everything and put it together in a package. And that will be costing somewhere around 2 to 3 million. So if you are not able to attend, then get like 3 million ready. So by the time we finish in July, in 3 months, August, September, October, by October, we should have every package ready for between 2 million to 3 million for you to be able to buy. And then you can buy it. We'll do in DVD. We'll do DVD audio. I'll put it in a flash so that you can choose the option. Then every manual, everything will be put together. So take advantage of that. But if you are listening to me right now, call the number on the screen. And if you have any question, I can answer 1 or 2 questions before I close. So you can type in your question. So call the number on your screen now and go to the website because the discount, this is the last Insta Live for this month on this. I may come back next month with another set of Insta Live. But for now, because a lot of people have registered already and we're going to give them time to pay. So let's see what happens between now and the 1st of April. And then we'll take it from there. So call the numbers on the screen and then go and make your payments. Don't delay. Don't delay. Don't procrastinate. And then I'm going to put this video now. I'm going to save it on IGTV. And then it's going to be on our TV station. So Common Sense TV, my CSTV Global on YouTube. So go to my CSTV Global YouTube channel, and you see all the sessions we have had in the last 7 sessions. So what of discount for couple, especially who is coming from UK? So the discount for couple is that one person will pay the full price, the other person will pay 50%. That's the discount for couple. So right now, it is 7.5 million. So at 7.5 million, one person will pay 7.5, the second person will pay 3,750,000. But now that we are at 50% discount, it means that one person will pay 3,750,000. 3,750,000. Then the other person will pay 50% of that. 50% of 3,750,000. I'm not a mathematician, but that should be about 1.8, 1.9. So that's what it means. Account details to make payment. You are paying into GT Bank, Olumide Emmanuel, GT Bank. So Olumide Emmanuel Ministries. So Olumide Emmanuel Ministries, GT Bank account. So call the numbers. They're going to tell you where to pay to. Because this program is organized by Olumide Emmanuel, the Billionaires Conclave, and Common Sense Group. So I'm the host. My name is Olumide Emmanuel. I'm the host of the program. I'm the main speaker, and I'm putting everything together. So call the numbers, and then they will give you the account details. You want to pay in Naira, you want to pay in dollars, you want to pay in whatever currency, call the numbers on the screen and do that. So I'm going to save this now on IGTV, and then you can go to our TV station YouTube channel, my CSTV Global on YouTube. All the sessions are there. So thank you very much. God bless you all. Bye for now.